we both also share a little connection through the book Knowledge Justice. And you wrote a little piece called Not the Shark, but the Water. But it was three of you. Tell me a little bit about your relationship with your co-authors and give your co-authors a shout out.
Yeah, so we wrote the chapter, myself, Fabazi Etar, and Anastasia Chu, who are both incredible collaborators. I really cannot express to you the experience of writing with Anastasia and Fabazi and being edited, peer edited by other authors from the book and edited by Sophia and Jorge. It was just a completely transformative experience.
I get
Um,
it.
right. I had a hard time though because I was also authoring an article solo at the same time, and I have a really hard time with academic writing. I mean, and I know a lot of people struggle too, but Tony, I broke out in like face eczema. I was so stressed out over these two pieces of writing. Um, so, and I was saying earlier, I'm not the best public speaker, I'm not the best academic writer, but these are things that you have to do in one way or another if you want to express, certain things and put it into the LIS scholarship. And so doing it with them, it just, I really would warn anybody from collaborating with me when it comes to writing, because sometimes I just need somebody who's like a Capricorn or something to just be like, this is what you're saying, and help me along in that. So they really did help me along, and I hope I offered them the same thing. But yeah, writing that chapter is definitely one of the highlights of my career.
So again, the title is Not the Shark, but the Water. And the subtitle is How Neutrality and Vocational Awe Intertwine to Uphold White Supremacy. So you're not ducking anybody when you say that.
Honestly, because Fabazi obviously coined the term vocational awe, and we wanted to find a way to discuss vocational awe and neutrality because it's, neutrality has been a conversation that I've tried to be part of for a few years now. And yeah, I think that, putting it on the table the way that we did, I don't know if I would have done that alone, to be perfectly honest with you. So again, that's that situation where there's people that you know and trust and have your best interests at heart who've experienced things similar to what you've experienced and is like, oh, let's just do it. And sometimes that's what it takes. And, no regrets, absolutely no regrets.
Cool, cool. So I'm going to read a small sentence excerpt from it. Both neutrality and vocational awe have been codified as values of librarianship, and rarely have these values been challenged in trade and professional literature, nor their ties to white supremacy examined. So what I heard there is that you all were are literally bringing weight to white supremacy as a valued commodity and also as a value inside of a librarianship. So it's layered, right? It's not just a linear process. It's layered on so many, from the macro to through the meso to the microaggressions that happen, and to be able to pull at a couple of those threads, right? So to talk about it as the commodity of social capital, but then also as a grounded value that no one wants to mention, but that operates on a regular basis, and there's expectation of subservience or adherence to, and when you don't, it's like, what's wrong with you?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm teaching a class right now for San Jose State University. And one of our weeks looked at the neutrality debate. So they read, the ALA values and SAA values and on one week. And then the next week they read our chapter, that chapter that you just read from, and some debate. So people for neutrality, people against neutrality. And it was just it was a privilege to see their learning journey, like really thinking through neutrality and how it appears, not only within the profession, but, part of the reason why people have codes and values is to signal to the public, this is what we care about, right? So just thinking about that, like if this is the signal that we're giving to the public, this is what we're perpetuating in terms of, the workplace, and who is a good librarian because they are taking a neutral stance. But we all know neutrality isn't really neutrality. It's still a decision, and it's very much so not neutral. So yeah, it was a really fun topic to explore in the way that we did, because we really looked at different activities, different areas of the libraries, and how they engage with vocational awe and neutrality.
Yeah, and you did it quite well.